This week we're going to look at a seemingly simple task of image manipulation, which is watermarking an image with text at an angle for preliminary, not for distribution, or any other message that you need to put on your images. Welcome to another MetPy Monday. Hello, I'm John Lehman, a software engineer for Unidata. This week we're going to look at a task that I needed to accomplish, which was to mark a bunch of images with a watermark. There are many reasons to do this. It could be a preliminary image, or it could be an image that's not for distribution, or you may just want to mark the model run on your images, or maybe as a draft for a manuscript. Well, this seems like a pretty simple task, and in fact, using something like Adobe Illustrator, it is. But what if you have 10,000 output images that you need to mark? Well, then we need to write a program. And the Python imaging library, or PIL, does provide ways to put text on images relatively easily. But it gets a little trickier when we want to do things like make it transparent and rotated. So I wanted to show you how to do that because it took just a little bit to figure out. So from PIL, I'm going to import image draw, and image font. My watermark text, I'm going to choose preliminary. My image that I want to work with, or my image name rather, is mymap.png. So first we need to open our image using PIL and get some basic statistics on it. So the image object.open, image name, and then this is one of the pieces that took a little bit to figure out. When I was first working with this, I kept getting text that was seemingly ignoring the fill color. It's because I was working with a CMYK color space image, and I was giving my fill color in RGBA. So in fact, I want to convert my image to RGBA no matter what it is coming in. The width and height of my image we can get from image.size. Now here's where I'm going to diverge from what you'll find if you Google how to put text on an image Python. You'll see lots of basic examples just putting flat text with maybe not even how to change the font size. The easiest way I found to do this is to create a new image where I put my text, a blank image, and then combine these two images in a composite. So the way I do that is I create image.new RGBA color space, and I'm going to use the size of my original image. I'm going to call it text image. I want to specify a font. I'm going to use image font dot TrueType. Use the Arial TrueType font that you can specify any TrueType font file that you would like here, and a size of 105 points. Next, I'm going to call image draw dot draw on my text image. This creates a image draw instance that I call D, lets me put things like text on it. And I know I'm going to want to put text on at some coordinates X and Y that we need to figure out. I want to write my watermark text on the image using the font that I called font. And my fill is going to be 255-00-100, which is a nice transparent red. Okay, so let's go back in and calculate our X and Y coordinates. We want to put this in the center of our image, So we need to know the width and the height of the text box that we're going to create, and the width and the height of the image, which we already know. So our text box corners, we can use the draw.textBbox method. I'm just going to say that my anchor for my text is at 0, 0. That way we're all zero relative here. Watermark text is the text I'm going to write, and I'm going to do it in my font called font. That's going to return to us the top, bottom, left, and right of the text box that would be required for this, in the order of top, left, bottom, right. So I can calculate text width by getting my text box bottom, which is index 2, minus text box top, 0, text height, text box 3 is right, minus text box 1 is left. So my X position on the image is going to be the width of my image over 2. That's going to be the left corner of my text, minus text width over 2 to get my text centered. Y is the image height over 2 minus text height over 2, similarly. Okay, so now we've calculated the center of our text. We've drawn the text. We just need to merge the images. I'm going to call the image.alpha composite so I can keep my transparency for our original image and our text image. And you could save it or do whatever you'd like, but I'm just going to call .show, which opens an image viewer. And there's my original image with the word preliminary across it in a red alpha font. So that's exactly what I wanted, but we sometimes want to go ahead and rotate that text to make it harder to be cropped out of our image, or the image cropped to not include it. So let's go ahead and do a rotation. And to do that rotation, I'm going to call textImage.rotate, and let's rotate it 20 degrees. And I'm just going to reassign that back to text image. And there we have our rotated preliminary text in a alpha font, true type, on our original image. Nothing in here is particularly hard, but there were some tricks to figure out, and I hope that you found this useful. I'll see you on next week's MetPy Monday.